please?
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle and like the best French champagne is each dated. So
Maybe you say, I want you to explain me. You shut your fire gun. You're not.
you're in war.
Who's that bass player?
Steve Slater.
We call him the Hammer.
The Hammer.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first TRIDENTcast in a long time. We have been super duper busy, as you can see from the couch situation here. Pontifex Mortis is still kicked out of the band because he dared to speak ill of the Fangs Metal Beer Club. So he's over in the other corner, sitting in a chair, facing the corner, and he's got to think about what he's done.
Or in Death Valley or something.
Or in Death Valley. Theme song! I do have the buttons. I press the buttons. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TRIDENTcast. Good to see everybody.
Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me.
This is Mini Metal's first TRIDENTcast.
It's going to be very uncomfortable.
Going to be very uncomfortable.
Want anybody yelling?
I don't want anybody yelling.
Get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan.
Welcome, everybody. Truffles is here. Josh Rederson is here. We got Metville as the first TRIDENTcast. We're looking at the chat up here on the screen. We got Mini Metal, maybe first TRIDENTcast. We got, phenomenal drumming on the Offering Herc, says Sean. We got Larry's here. We got Pants Queen is here. Kilt Boyd is here. More powerful drumming. Samo, all the way from the UK, is here. The usual suspects. And Pyromaniacal. Pyromaniacal. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Pyromaniacal. I haven't been drinking. You've been drinking. It's fine. So anyway, if you're joining us here for the TRIDENTcast for the first time, this was, and hopefully will be, again, our monthly sit-down check-in with the boys, telling you all about what's happened in the last month, giving you the inside scoops, and drinking for your pleasure. If you would like to have us drink, just donate. We're going to drink anyway, but if you want us to drink in your honor, lordsofTrident.com/tips, right above my head probably. You can also donate bits or super chats, and we will drink. We're actually...
Is Ty okay? Don't stroke out on us, bro.
Well,
now you've done it.
Now I've done it. We are raising money for Master Herc's new cymbals here tonight.
Yeah.
I was raising money for Master Herc's new cymbals on Monday night, singing buskin', the acoustic stuff. We got Chris Carnage, in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, fans, it's the Carnage Mobile. What's going on? Chris fans, Carnage. Well, let me tell you something about Chris Carnage, ladies and gentlemen. He he's not exactly immune from the elbow coming down from the top rope. That's right. So Chris Carnage, if you're watching, next time I'm coming down to Florida, you, me, mano a mano in the cage match. Baron will stand outside with his arms crossed and be like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So Aki, tell Chris Carnage how much you're pissed at him. Tell him right now.
I don't know. I'm having a nice beer right now. I'm feeling pretty relaxed right now.
Okay.
He's mad.
Oh, he's mad.
He's mad, Fang. He's mad.
Oh, he's mad, Baron. So how many drum sets have you guys made her burn through this year? Well,
Yep.
we set one of them on fire, and we broke the cymbals on another one.
Yes.
So 13.
Yeah, I'm literally out of, like, I have one set of playable cymbals, and everything else is broken.
Yeah.
Super annoying. And if for people who aren't musicians or drummers, these little round pieces of metal are really fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
We're looking at replacing 3 out of your 17 cymbals that you have, and and each cymbal's like $300,
About, yeah.
something like that.
27, 37. What you say?
So yeah, it's crazy. Hey, let's start. Speaking of broken cymbals, let's start by talking about the Acolyte music video shoot. If you haven't seen it yet, Acolyte just came out today. We had a premiere at 10 a.m. It's on this channel. It's on Lords of the Trident YouTube. We premiered. Everybody was there. All the usual suspects. But if you haven't seen it, go to YouTube. Type in dumb band, comma, Madison, Wisconsin, comma, stupid video, and you'll find it. It's called Acolyte. That video makes me cold. So you guys, why don't we talk about our experiences shooting Acolyte? Aki,
Sure.
start us off.
Yeah, so for this album, Ty's really like been an idea machine with like a bunch of different locales and whatnot for every music video. Like we did Charlatan in your garage, and Carry the Weight will be in the basement. This will be out in the backyard. And we got a bunch of different locales, and
Next one's up on the roof.
Yeah, I just realized.
And then there's one in the forgettery, and then we're back in the basement again, and then the next one's in Ty's bathroom.
Yeah, that's the sexy one.
I realized as I said it, I didn't mention all our like theaters and whatnot. Instead, I was just like, "Oh, this place needed this room, and then the guest room."
It was a perfect setup. It was
Yeah,
great.
but the next music video is under Ty's bed.
Yep.
It's like.
You got the backyard looking really cool. Like there are a couple flamethrowers, and I think the thing that was really funny is I love cold weather, but like I think a lot of our guitarists and just musicians in general agree. Like if you've done an outdoor show,
Holy fuck!
What?
The funny number for the symbols.
Oh my
you.
music maker!
You just made Ty's computer spit a bunch of gibberish.
Oh,
Cheers.
So
Good shit, music maker! Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Our good friend, music
God,
maker.
he's happy.
Oh, thank you so much. 69. That's very nice.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Oh
What
fuck,
the-
Killboy! Jesus Christ, dude.
For
These
the
kids want us
symbols.
to get drunk.
And for the
Good thing this
offering.
beer's only like 80
So good,
proof.
honestly.
Yeah, right?
Oh my
for
god.
being
Actually,
awesome.
we should hold
Keep
for a
it
moment
up.
and discuss what we are drinking.
I have no idea. I grabbed it, and I've then looked at the can after I opened it, and it's 12.9%. I was like, oh.
It's I see.
Noon Whistle, Dodging Traffic, Imperial Stout with coffee. It's delicious. It tastes like maybe 10%. But I'm like a quarter, halfway, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is 13%.
Yeah.
Yep, and you're a quarter halfway in the bag.
Yeah.
Killboy Music Maker, thank you very much. I am tonight. I'm drinking the Grand Stout from Delta Beer Lab. They're a local. They're a new brewery, and they're kind of local. And they do some. They do a lot more kind of like high end weird stuff. The beers are kind of expensive. You can get like a 4-pack for like $19, but generally the ingredients are pretty good, and it's all local. So I'm digging it.
The vibe of have you been to their tap room?
I haven't. No.
It's amazing. Like
It's pretty
if
cool.
If you get a flight, it's all in like Erlenmeyer flasks.
Oh, dang.
They're super inclusive, and they paid their workers a living wage instead
Yes.
of like actual
So
bar wages.
tips are
tips are all charity.
Oh, that's
donations.
awesome. Okay, well I'm
all about Delta Beer Lab.
Yep.
They're
I am
super good.
I guess I am now very okay with
Where are
spending
they
$20 for a
located?
4-pack.
over off of Rimrock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like in the area of where Badger Bowl used to be.
Yeah.
Like kind of
I
in
know where
that
that is.
neighborhood.
Right by all those dealerships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
All right, Brian, what are you drinking?
So this is the Surly Age of Leviathans, which is a where is it? Stout with ruby chocolate, raspberry, lactose, and vanilla. It's mainly chocolate. I mean, it's good. I'm not tasting a whole lot of raspberry, but this is tasty, and this is also an ass kicker. 11.9. I'm only just a tiny bit. My can's bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
My can's bigger.
But yeah, good stuff.
All right.
Surly does pretty good work.
I do
overall,
like
yes.
Surly. Yeah.
I still remember, I was going to say when we played in Minnesota, I still remember to this day some people saying, like, you guys have, New Glarus in Wisconsin, like, if you come to Minnesota, you have to drink some Surly, so.
What is it, that gross who drinks dark beers in the winter in Wisconsin?
your emote that you haven't seen
The
yet.
guns.
That's you with the guns in between. There's a number of emotes that I made of Brian that he hasn't seen yet. So there was one.
Well, thank you, R.A. Voltaire.
That's Rav from Ravenous.
Thank you, Rav Voltaire.
Everybody's like, "What? Oh, I'm not on the internet."
yeah.
Like you. Oh, there's the other one. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get some Barons in the chat. Let's spam those Barons.
That fucking sucks. And I say that in the most lovingly, jokingly way.
Yeah.
That is really fucking weird. That is really.
There's the new Aki. There's the new Aki right there. Yeah, that's the incredulous Aki.
Ooh, that's nice.
I love that one.
Did you fuck with my face and draw a smiley on there?
No.
Or was I actually doing that?
You were actually doing that.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
Oh.
No, that's
Yes.
amazing and really weird. And
All right, Aki, what are you drinking?
God.
What are you drinking?
I'm doing Spotted Cow Grand Cru, and
Oh,
if you're like the rest
such
of
a
us,
good beer.
yeah, it's good. If you're like the rest of us and weren't quite sure what Grand Cru is, Brian and Ty looked it up, and it basically, a long story short, the term is very loosely defined when it comes to beer.
Yeah.
As far as I
kind of
understand,
have
it's just like
adopted-
a stronger version of an original.
Yeah,
brew.
because they just basically adopted the term from wine and like basically that's been the trend, but there's hardly like an official definition.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
no, Brian, we saw the unedited photo on Monday. Your face actually just does that all by itself.
yeah. So I went through a couple of Mondays ago. I went through all of our old photos and I picked out. Yep.
So,
There it is.
is that it? Was
That was
it?
pretty close. That was pretty
Okay.
close. Yeah, I went through all of our old photos, especially the funny ones, and I walked through them on stream.
Okay.
There were some good old ones from many years ago, 7-8 years ago. There were some gems, and the chat demanded we make emotes out of them, and who am I to say no? So, ladies and gentlemen, since there is a number of new people here for the first time, since we haven't done a TRIDENTcast in a while, I'm gonna skip to the good part, okay? You're the old school TRIDENTcast member viewers are used to this blah blah blah. I like beer. Do. Here's what we did. And they're like, when are we gonna get to the meat of the sandwich? When are we gonna get to what we came here for? When are we gonna get to America's favorite section of the TRIDENTcast? You know it. You love it, ladies and gentlemen.
Have we ever gone this one so quickly?
Aki's cat picture of the month. That's give us the meats.
Give us the meats, Baron.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping right into it. It is Aki's
right.
cat picture of the month. And here we go. I'm going to pull up the cat
I'm
picture.
ready for the cats, Baron.
I'm pulling up the cat picture right here. And Aki, can you tell us about this beautiful cat picture that we're seeing right in front of us here?
I feel like this one's a little more understated. It's so funny. I was debating between this one and the super like fancy primo one, but I want to go on one that was like winter themed because it's February and it's still really cold.
Yeah.
And I saw this and it's just so great because I feel like anyone that has owned a cat knows like they love heating vents. Dogs do too. And they love camping out by it. And I love how, like, this cat's never going to come down other than for, like, feeding time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He's up high, and he's, like, right, like, his face is, like, right in front of a heating vent.
Yeah, it's getting blasted by warm
Yeah,
air.
it's like, they're never going to fucking see that cat ever. He's just going to stay up there other than feeding times.
Yeah.
His name is Scout, and I found him on Reddit's, I think it's r/SIC standard issue cat.
Oh,
So
standard issue cat?
Yeah, this is my favorite kind of cat, the standard issue cat, where it's like
Okay.
a regular tabby. I know it's funny, there's like a million, just like there's like a million like porn subreddits, there's a million cat subreddits, and
I've never heard of standard issue cat, but I gotta subscribe to that.
yeah,
now.
no, it's pretty great. I just saw that and I was like, oh my god, like it so perfectly highlights like winter and cats. And, yeah. And then I don't know if you're able to share it on the screen.
I am, and I was just about to say, since we haven't had a TRIDENTcast in like 3 months.
I wasn't sure if that was kosher for me to send a couple videos, but
it's all more cats.
We haven't had a TRIDENTcast, or I haven't been on one for so long, so I thought I'd include a couple of videos that are a couple of my favorites. One I found this year, and the other last year. And for those that don't know, at my workplace, I have a daily cat picture of the day. Or cat video of the day, and both of these made the cut. Okay, right. We're going to do that one first.
We're going to do this one first. All right, this is Aki's first cat video on the TRIDENTcast, as far as I'm concerned.
So they can see it right now. It's like...
Here it goes. That's a good winter cat video.
I love how chill that cat is.
Yeah.
And in the post, I did find on Reddit, on the post, they mentioned that the cat follows them, like, to the park to do that, which I thought was very cool. I think there's certain indicative things you can do. I love doing, those games like the GeoGuessers, and they have, like, a geography version of Wordle, and I find it kind of fun when looking at these videos and whatnot, seeing if you can tell where they're based out of, and it is interesting, but just from the short video clip, I have a feeling it's not in the United States. Just looking at the
let's watch it again. Let's watch it again so we can see if we can pinpoint this.
I think it's Europe, to be honest.
You think it's Europe?
Yeah.
Well, that and the sled, the way that the sled is like composed is.
And look at the building to the left.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like it's.
I haven't seen that type of a sled before.
It also looks like a baseball diamond, though.
I know, that's the hard thing I had too when I saw the fence, but yeah.
Oh man.
I'd like to take this real super quick. So, Meat Canary, it looks like you got to go. Thank you for hanging, and if you have to go, that's a bummer. But thanks for stopping by.
Drink till we stink.
What?
Larry with the $5.13. Thank you, Larry.
What did that say?
It said, drink, till we stink.
Got it, okay.
We sure do.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on Twitch, I just want to point out that the myth, the legend, Miss Michi, is right up here. The cat was in the chat the whole time. The cat is in the chat, and if you want to give the cat a treat, we have treats available right here. So you might, cat is in the chat. All right, Aki, we have one more cat-related video. Can you tell us about this cat-related video that you got here?
I found that I tried to do my research, but I couldn't find the original cat video, so I couldn't get info on the cat. But I just found it on my my lunch break a few days ago, and I was enamored immediately. I was like,
okay,
I love super chill cats, and I love it when they get covered in snow.
Ty, the cat camera command isn't working.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, the cat camera's not set up for this chat right now, but we'll switch back to the main camera soon.
And it gets better. I love this part right here. He's able to shovel the cat, and I really I really like that part there where he plops it down.
What? That is the most chill cat I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So
we gotta watch that again.
Can't believe that cat is into that.
I don't know any cat. I've never met a cat that would be cool with
Oh
this.
my gosh.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do it for our next TRIDENTcast if there's still snow on the ground. But I have a couple other really good ones
in you go.
from the past. One of my favorite things in the winter, one of my cats growing up did this, is when cats misjudge the depth of snow.
Oh yeah.
And they jump in,
Yeah.
and it covers their entire body, but their tail pops up like a telescope, like a periscope.
Yeah.
And a lot of cats, especially if they're in their like a playful, friendly mood, the tail will take a little 90-degree turn at the very top, and it kind of creates a periscope. And I love that periscope effect where the cat's completely submerged by the snow, but the tail pops up like this.
Is that little thing?
Yeah. I really like that.
Yep.
And I do have a great cat burrowing in snow video.
All right, ladies and
At least
gentlemen.
2 treats have been.
That was, I saw 3. That was Aki's cat picture of the month. Thank you. That was the America's
guys
number
enjoyed.
one
Yeah.
favorite part of the TRIDENTcast. And of course, I did see that Miss Michi has got 3 treats. Let's see if
Look
we
at those ears perked up.
we can awake Kurt.
A lot of people showed up. It was for a good cause.
All right, let's give Michi the first treat. Here you go, Mich. Oh, we got a. Here we go, Michi. Is treat number 1. She's sleepy today. There we go. Good girl. All right, let me see if I can get her to high five. Michi, high five. High five. High five. High five. Good girl.
I can hear
There
her
we go.
purring from here.
There we go.
Where's the treat?
Oh, we got another treat time from Pyra McCancancaburger. Give me pa. Give me pa. Good girl. All right, here we go. There's another treat for Michi.
I think it'd be really funny.
High five. Good girl. All right. Thank you guys so much for the treat time for Miss Michi. She definitely enjoys it. And now she's gonna sit. Now she's gonna sit with us on the TRIDENTcast the whole time and wait for more treats.
I think it'd be really funny, Ty, if you had a very issues, political video cast, and you're like, "All right, Michi, high five me if you stand united with the people of Ukraine." All right.
There's that Aki left turn.
Aki left turn that we all love.
Yep.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Mad with Power Fest.
Wait, I thought we were going to talk about Acolyte more.
Yeah.
Oh, were we going to talk
that
about
Ty,
Acolyte?
like,
Oh, did we jump? We jumped.
we
distracted
meander
by it.
and
we only
Ken-
talked about the rooms in your house.
Oh,
we didn't talk
we
about
only
the
talked-
nightclub where
that's
someone got
right.
stabbed and.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
We meander and
I'm sorry.
tangential.
I'm sorry. Let me. You
distracted.
guys take it away, please. My bad.
So, thoughts on the video shoot?
Yeah,
Memories.
so it was fun. It was really freaking cold. Although we thought it was colder. It was like 20 degrees instead of like -5 or whatever. But we kept every single time we would play this like 4-minute song, we had to like run back in to warm our hands. Mm-hmm. And Brent even brought his like hand warmers over. And there was a bunch of people from the neighborhood that were here to watch. And
I
it
did
was pretty
one
good.
take with no gloves on, and I thought my fingers were going to fall off. So luckily, Brent had a pair of gloves that I was able to borrow for the rest of the shoot. So if you notice, I'm actually wearing gloves in that because I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise. It was so cold.
You had like a long sleeve version in your...
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my jacket is... I'm normally long sleeved, but I used a different jacket. I wore a different jacket, a one that's wool. It didn't. You can't see it very well, as Andrea pointed out. The dark against the dark, but it was kind of a Renaissance style wool jacket that I wore, and it helped a smidge. It was really 20. I thought it was colder than that once the sun went down.
I mean, I think it was 20, but there was such a strong wind.
When the wind ripped through, that sucked. Like really bad. That was the hardest part.
Yeah.
I made this post today. It physically hurt to play, like to put my fingers on the strings and stuff. And I am for being a Wisconsinite, I am really wuss to cold. I suck at cold. If I was a Final Fantasy enemy, you could chant Blizzard at me and it would do like 3,000 damage and I'd die. Because I have no cold resistance at all. It's definitely my weakness.
Yeah, but it was pretty cold.
And it was also really fucking cold.
Just really fucking
But I'm a wuss with cold anyway, and then it was really cold.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like I have a pretty good cold resistance myself, but maybe that's just from like growing up 6 hours north, you know. Like, I was out there like, doop, 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 and everybody else was like, get inside, get inside. I'm like, doop, 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 doop. Move the flamethrowers. Burp, 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 you know.
It's gotten worse as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
Like, when I was younger, it didn't bother me nearly as much. And now once that cold whips through me and I get, like, chilled to the core, like, I'm kind of done until I can, like, go take a really hot shower for a while or something and get, like, that core heat back. Once that goes, like, there's no hope.
I'm kind of glad that, like, definitely your soul and mine are pretty shreddy, but for most part with the rhythm stuff, it's like in a drop C we're able to, like, play power chords like this the whole time. So,
Yes.
or index fingers, like, you didn't have to, like, even though it's like, I have no dexterity right now, it kind of, it worked.
I mean, that's how sick footy works, too. I mean, you miss something, like, nobody really notices. You know?
I have
so much camera movement.
I have never been on Nextdoor in my life, but apparently we were famous on there for about 5 seconds.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
As his letter that he sent to his neighbors kind of made the rounds.
Discount, so I'm paying it forward to help out. Gear is expensive.
What's going on over there?
Thank you, Michael H. Guy. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you.
This to you.
Stop being naked all the time.
This is all of our tips tonight. Of course, are going to help Master Herc get some new symbols. But anyway, sorry, continue.
So yeah, I got messages from people on Facebook. I got messages from parents of students of mine who are just kind of like, "You are blowing up on Nextdoor right now," and I'm like, "What's that?"
So to give a little bit more context to this, we shot Acolyte, you know, the parts that were outside with the full band, we shot in my backyard. And I've shot music videos in my backyard before, but never with drums, right? And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be, like, louder than normal, and I should probably let... You know, there's a decent amount of old people in the neighborhood, so I'm like, I should probably let people know. So I made a little, like, you know, 8.5 by 11 letter like, "Hi, my name's Ty, and I live at this address in the neighborhood, and on Saturday, we're going to be shooting a music video from 5 to 7, and I promise we're going to be done by 7, and it's only going to be, you know, there'll be some loud drumming, and, you know, it'll be...
You might see some fire.
You might...
Don't call the fire department.
Yeah, like, it was basically like a please don't call the police sort of letter. And somebody posted it on Nextdoor, and for those of you who don't know what Nextdoor is, it's like Facebook, but for, like, a neighborhood. So you can sign up to be on the next door of, like, you know, your local Main Street neighborhood or whatever. And somebody's like, they posted it with my full name and my address, not redacted. Like, it's so nice that they told us this was happening, and posted the whole fucking thing on Nextdoor. And then a bunch of people showed up at because I said on the thing, I'm like, you know, frequently asked questions. Can we come and watch? And I said, yeah, absolutely, you can come and watch. Just, you know, please shoot me an email to let me know that you're coming. And a couple people did, but we had I don't know, we had a decent chunk of people show up, and I was making small talk with them when I was, like, putting a fire together out on the deck for people to warm their hands and stuff. And I said, oh, so, you know, whereabouts are you from in the neighborhood? And they're like, oh, we're from McFarland, which is, like, you know, 20, 30 miles away.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what, how? Oh, we saw it on Nextdoor. We wanted to come see the music video shoot. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there was at least a dozen people who, like, kind of came and went.
Yeah.
Not a few more.
Yeah, I would say probably around 20. So
that's funny.
Yeah. It was, you know, I've used the flamethrowers extensively. I've never used the flamethrowers in such a strong wind. And and Brett got kind of, like, covered with starter fluid.
Oh yeah.
You can see in a lot of the slow motion footage, you can see kind of like a spray kind of coming over him. That's not snow or wind. That is starter fluid. The way that the flamethrowers work is you buy starter fluid from, like, AutoZone, and you put the can inside of these things, and there's a little, like, electrical arc at the top of the flamethrower, and it sprays the can into the electrical arc. And so if you have a really strong wind, some of that starter fluid doesn't get fully ignited. And usually it just comes up and comes down. But we had a real strong wind, and it just went all over you.
Yeah, first take, I was like, okay, stop.
Yeah, we got about into the first verse, and you're like, no, you just stop.
And I figured that would have moving them back, but that would have been it. But no, it just continued the whole time. I was like, well, if I start on fire, I'll be warmer than I am right now.
Yeah. Oh, ball handles with the 69 bits. Very nice. Thank you, ball handles. Cheers. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers.
Ball handles, everybody. Hashtag not a flamethrower. Oh, man.
Michael H. Guy, yeah, cymbals are stupid expensive. It goes along with like anything in the music industry, instrument-wise. But yeah, good cymbals. I've been looking at them too much lately, and it's sad.
Grant!
Oh, we got Grant in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant is here. Hey, speaking of Grant from Unleash Your Archers, if you don't know him, he's right in the Twitch chat. Say hi. Part of the new wave of Nice Metal Buds. One of the main voices of the new wave of Nice Metal Buds. He's going to be coming to Madison. He's going to be sitting down here in this basement and hanging out and eating cheeseburgers and drinking beer. And he's going to be at the CD release party on April 2nd. April 2nd here in Madison, Wisconsin. Please make sure to try to come to that. It's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to play through the album. Grant's going to be the voice of evil live for the first time ever. It's going to be so excited. So excited. When did I get promoted? I mean, like, you know, I will say I started the new wave of Nice Metal Buds, but Grant took it and just ran with it. So anyway, so make sure that we're losing these guys. So make sure to come out. Grant's gonna be there. It's gonna be fun. Aki, you had something to say.
Can someone remind me before he leaves? We have to ask Grant what his favorite song on the album is.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious.
So Aki, Grant, if I see Grant is still here. Do you have a favorite song on the album? If so, what is it? We'll give you we'll wait for the delay. I'm gonna vamp for a little bit. I'm gonna do one of these, and while I do one of these, we'll wait for Grant to answer. And I'm just gonna keep doing this.
He said,
he did?
Power of Evil.
Oh, Power of Evil.
There you go.
Is it? Well, he said especially that. Well, that was before we asked him, I think, though.
Yeah.
But can I pick all of them? Oh, you.
Aww.
Oh, you.
Do you come with the car?
Kayla, new video kicks ass, and Brian and I need to find that beer from the right. You guys were Mexican hot chocolate. Hell yeah, that one was great.
Kayla was the one with the green hair.
Okay, sweet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've already done Aki's cat picture of the month. Now it's time for America's second favorite part of the podcast, the part that after Aki's cat picture is done, the chat is incessantly asking for. You know it, you love it, you want it, and you don't even know that you want it. It's, ooh, you better, you Brett.
It's been so long since we've done this, I forgot that this was happening.
See, now we're in person. We don't have to fuck it up. We can actually do it right.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Right. You guys have been doing that over.
Look at that! America's second favorite.
This is Canada's favorite section of the podcast, Brett. You can't fuck this up.
Grant, I'm sorry.
Aki's mad. Bang.
Let me tell you, Barrett,
if
he doesn't do this, if he doesn't do this right, Barrett, I'll tell you what.
I mean, honestly, who wants advice from a drummer? I mean, come on.
Well, you learned so much over the last couple of months, shooting music videos, breaking cymbals, breaking hearts. All of the ladies out there, they see you biting into a can of what was the chili?
Skyline
chili. And you break the hearts of all the ladies every time you do that on Instagram.
And the ladies love you too.
And the ladies love you too.
Yeah, you went to Hawaii. You learned so much.
Played.
Can you just give us a little tiny piece of your wisdom?
If you're not on the Patreon, go on the Patreon and buy the album.
Give us more money, yo.
I mean, yeah, but everybody already knows that. You gotta do it.
Oh man, I don't know. everything goes day by day for me. So I don't know. It's tax season. Go do your taxes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst you better you Brett we've ever had.
You're welcome.
Look at that. Don't worry. The Canadian disappointment.
Shit, yeah, taxes. Hell yeah.
It's only 78% of an American disappointment.
Well, how about this? How about I lead you into this gently? You know, what have you learned recently about working out?
Always come prepared for a podcast.
Oh,
what have you learned about working out?
yeah, I finally started. So I went to Hawaii on my honeymoon, and I was like going in the water and taking my shirt off, and I was like, wow.
You're like, wow.
Oh,
like, I have let go. No, but when I got back, I just flipped a switch and started going to a gym, and I learned over the years, you get like $10 Planet Fitness membership. You're like, yeah, this is cheap. I'm going to the gym. It's going to be great. Never worked for me. So I joined a place called Base Camp Fitness. Yeah. I've realized that I need to have guidance and
accountability.
Accountability. Throw a little bit more money towards it. So you're like, all right, well, now I'm invested into this. And I've been going for 5 days a week, and I'm motivated to do it. So I don't know if it's just because of the proximity to my house too, but yeah,
squats every day.
Squats
nice.
every day.
Squats.
Good for you,
thank
man.
you, Ball
Right
Handles,
Thanks.
for the 69 bits. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm also really tired all the time.
Oh, and somebody just joined the Patreon. Oh,
you took my advice.
Your advice worked. Your advice
worked.
worked. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go.
Wasn't a bad you bury Brett.
Yeah, he saved it at the last minute. This was America's second favorite, Canada's first favorite segment of the podcast. It was, ooh, you better, Brett. That one was almost like
we almost
did it.
Yeah.
We almost did it. That was, that wasn't the right tuning or anything, but we were close. So, Grant joined the Patreon. Holy Grant!
Whoa, wow!
Oh my gosh!
Thank
well,
you.
Grant, thank you so much.
Thanks, Grant.
Grant, you're the bomb diggity. Yeah.
Okay, I fixed it. 1 second.
Hold on.
The Patreon pledge crashed the... I can hear you.
All right, we're back.
Audio on.
I think
Back we back.
Back we back.
Baby got back.
ED scored. Oh. Wow, my eyes are slowly going.
I put my
like
fingers
Score.
into his eyes.
We were just sorry, guys. We were just talking about how Grant was the coolest, and Grant was so cool that he broke the stream. So
We get signal. You. How are you, gentlemen? And Mary Sweeney, thanks for hanging out. Hello.
Yo.
Hope you're well.
So anyway, we've now fixed it. Main screen, turn on.
You. How
What
are
were you saying?
gentlemen? Kayla asked about the Mexican hot chocolate beer.
Oh yes.
I brought over. I believe Andrea found it at Steve's. You usually go to the one in Fitchburg.
Yeah.
So maybe check that out.
Yeah.
Is that not too far out of the way?
All right. Any additional Acolyte music video related? No?
I don't think so. Ty had to clean my drums off afterwards.
I did. Yeah.
Because of the spraying stuff.
I used a lot of Windex and a lot of elbow grease. His drums have never looked so good.
Probably.
Never looked so good.
Very right.
For as cold and difficult as it was, I think the end result justifies the means.
Yeah.
I think it turned out. I think it looks wonderful. I think it turned out really well.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to
Connor.
Yes, I didn't know how public you wanted to be about that.
Oh yeah.
But
So
cheers to Connor for being our little acolyte.
let me tell you about so the child in the video is our neighbor's kid. Our neighbors have twins. And that's one of our neighbor's kids. He came over when we were shooting Power of Evil when we were shooting Brett's drum parts. We did it out in the garage, and we did it on the green screen. And he came over. He ran over, and he was like, "Oh my God, is it a green screen? What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I had this brain moment of like, "Oh, wait a minute." And I'm like, "Hey, Connor, would you want to be in a Lords of the Trident music video?" And he's like, "Oh my God, yeah! Yes, I would!" And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I communicated with his parents, and I said, I'll buy him a costume. Let's bring him out to Devil's Lake. We're going to shoot this stuff. And he changed his mind. He decided after the fact he didn't want to do it.
Like the day of?
No, like, a couple of weeks later when I asked them about it. And then, they said, maybe if you threw in some money and, like, a pizza party in your arcade basement down here, he would do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll give him $50 and a pizza party down here. That's fine. I order some pizzas. That's cool. And he agreed to it. And we showed up, and the whole time we were filming, which was a grand total of maybe 30 minutes, he kept saying to me, "I just want to let you know, I'm only doing this for the money and the pizza party." Like, he just kept saying that, like, over.
Very mature for a kid being saying it that
over
way.
and over. And I'm like, "Okay, Connor, okay." He lasted for probably about 30 minutes before the cold got to him and he couldn't do it anymore. And we did have the pizza party down in the basement with his sister, and
Did they cheer up a bit?
And they cheered up. What? It was adorable. How do we get some animatronic animals in Fang's basement? Yeah.
All of his machines do have quarter slots on them. All you have to do, I'm guessing, is like...
just wire something up.
Yeah. Just work something out.
But, it ended up working out okay. And we had the pizza party, and everybody was happy in the end, so it was all good. So there you go. That's Acolyte.
Where do these ads come from?
They are automatic from our Streamlabs. They're, Lords of the Trident is sponsored by SKB Cases. This is a perfect segue. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is sponsored by a couple of people. First off, SKB Cases, ladies and gentlemen. If you like cases, if you like keeping your life intact, it's tax season. You know what you can do with an SKB case? You can put all your receipts in the SKB case. And then if you throw this SKB case out the window, if you throw it in the fire, if you get angry and you say, "I didn't get a big enough return," and you throw it across the room, you know what's going to happen to those receipts? Nothing! Nothing, because nothing can beat an SKB case, baby. You can throw this down the stairs, you can put your Fabergé eggs in it, you can do anything to an SKB case, you can sink it underwater. This son of a bitch is waterproof. So if you throw it into the lake, if you say, "I hate taxes, screw you government," you throw it in the lake, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing, baby, because SKB cases are the #1 case manufacturer that Lords of the Trident subscribes to. Hell yeah. So we got that. We also got Boss Meadery. Even though their mead room shut down, even though they do not have a front-facing store anymore, you know what they can do? Keith Rich is made out of SKB case. You can still buy this. This is the Lords of the Trident mead, Mad with Power. We should have called it Mead with Power. We missed the opportunity, but our big dumb faces are on this, so you can buy this. We're also sponsored by Scorpion Percussion. If you like hitting stuff with sticks, there's only one stick to hit stuff with, and that's the Scorpion stick, baby. Out of Chicago, Illinois. They're made out of each stick is made out of one tree. It is not global warming good, but you know what it is good for? It's good for hitting stuff with. So Master Herc is very much about the one tree philosophy here.
That's right.
So there you go.
SKB cases are made out of Keith Richards.
Oh, Grant, thank you for the gift of ball handles.
Dude, I think ball handles is Dude, that is a
that's a new
that's a contender for Slam Bammy.
Yeah, some people's usernames make Brian just like break. And Slam Bammy was one of them, and now ball handles is definitely
doing good.
Oh, definitely one of those. So Eddie, so thank you guys so much. And you know what? You know what the biggest sponsor of Lords of the Trident and of the TRIDENTcast is? Viewers like you. That's right. On the Patreon, You guys are our biggest sponsor. The rest of this is chump change compared to the Patreon. The Patreon is our number one driver of financial freedom and success. So thank you guys so much for subbing and gifting and being on the Patreon and being awesome people, and we love you.
OMG, Ty pointed.
I pointed right at you. At Grant.
Oh, it's us, Baron.
Oh,
Hey,
let me tell you.
Jesse, Leisha. Shout out to them real quick. If you check out the last acoustic album, they're the ones who helped us with the Spanish lyrics.
Yep.
For the acoustic kind of classical nylon string samba Death Dealer.
Yeah.
The Master Herc extravaganza.
Yeah, he brought in like 73 percussion instruments. He's like, one more.
We need another one like that.
Oh! Who joined the Patreon? Who did it? Somebody did it.
Giving all the good advice tonight,
thank you guys so much.
That's right.
Whoever did it.
That was the advice of Brett.
And a samba whistle.
Whistle. That was the stroke of genius.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Ooh.
Isn't that amazing?
Is the stream still having issues? Are we still good? It looks like we're still good. Looks like we're still all right. So hopefully that is the case. I'm peeking over the corner here. Anyway, let us know in the chat if things go down. But I'm trying something new tonight.
Ope.
Do we have an ope? Is stuff? Are we still good? It looks okay on my end. But anyway, good here. Okay, cool. You got my heart palpitating here for a second. While Grant is still here,
his heart is palpitating.
Oh, ball handles! You gotta be kidding me! You gifted a tier 1 sub to Shenanigans? Ball handles went to Shenanigans. Oh, okay. While Grant is still here, one of the things that I had on our list that we didn't talk about because we haven't had a TRIDENTcast for 3 months is the Unleash the Archers tour.
Oh yeah, that
feels like
That was in December.
Holy shit!
I will say one of my heart became full when we were driving down the street in front of the venue in Milwaukee, and we were looking for a place to park, and I spied out of the corner of my eye my good friendos that I hadn't seen in 5 years. I saw Brittany, I saw Grant, I saw Andrew, I saw Scott. I was like, oh my god! I saw Nick. I was like waving. They waved back at me, and I was like, it's happening.exe.
See you, Chris. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Grant gifted a tier 1 sub to Ballsack21. Oh, thank you, Grant, for the Ballsack. You're just going crazy on the balls tonight. I mean, really. So, but anyway, let's talk about tell us all about your experiences in Milwaukee and Chicago, or in Joliet.
Well, it was like a dream come true for me. I mean, Unleash the Archers is, ever since joining this band, has been one of my favorite metal bands. Probably one of my top favorite metal bands, and I hadn't seen them, and so it was just amazing to see them play. And I got 2 nights of it, so different perspectives. I mean, that's really all I can remember is just watching them play.
Real quick, I Hunt Sideburns with the $10. Thank you so much.
I told you to trim those sideburns.
Yep.
You're off the team for good.
We'll get to the dirty deets of the Saturday night escapade, but we can talk about the shows first.
Yeah.
I think the Milwaukee one was probably my favorite because I really liked. I know Brett, you and I were in the same area, but we were able to see Unleash Archer so close. The Chicago one, it was so packed that it was very hard to get a really good view.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, I'd already had a chance to see him up close in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And that was really awesome. I played with them in Milwaukee, but it's just they really bring it live, and they sound so good.
Yeah.
And I'm always impressed when a band sounds as good as the album live. It's another thing when they take it up another notch, and definitely there are a lot of songs that were just even better. I was so glad to see. I was worried at first that they wouldn't play Carry the Flame because that's my favorite song on a new album.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to see him end it that way. But it there are some songs that I like, but maybe aren't in my like top 10 Unleashed Archer songs. And like for example, like one is that song that kind of is similar to Mad Max Fury Road. And that one, I feel like live they brought this extra energy to it.
Yeah,
and it was like so great watching that. I forgot what that song's called. I do wish they played what's it called? Unleash Your Metal?
Test Your Metal.
Test Your Metal.
Yeah.
But I could totally get like they were going for the story arc thing. So that was really cool. I think also like I know it sounds like funny, like a weird thing to bring up, but I think a lot of times, as I know the rest of the band knows, I probably annoy him about this a lot, but like I can be really self-critical about my playing live, and I think like it's good to want to improve, but like it's another thing to dwell. And a lot of times I'll play and be like, oh man, I really effed up this song. But I was watching in Milwaukee, and that guitarist Andrew, I saw him actually like make a mistake, and I was like, man, this guy's like a god at guitar, but like it actually made me feel better because he's still like so amazing. He and Grant are awesome guitarists, but like it also like kind of brought me back to reality, and it's like, you know, it's like you don't want to be like sloppy, but it's okay to make a mistake. Like everyone's human.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, Hype Train! Hype Train, we did it! Oh, Wolfie Metal Beast, thank you for the gift sub. And of course, we got 150 bits from the Padre. What's up? Thank you, cheers. My beer is done.
Mine is too.
As is
Too, just about.
All right. Well, I'm going to get new beers for everybody. I want to hear Brian and Brett's reflections on Unleash the Archers.
Can I get that PTR stout that's on the bottom shelf?
Oh, which one?
The PTR stout.
PTR stout. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You can tell it's not
You guys
flavored.
start discussing. And we got more bits. Oh no! I'll be right back.
Oh yes.
Grant, while Ty's out of the room, is it cool when you come down to Madison? Would it be cool to like geek out about gear and like guitars and pickups and pedals and amps and stuff?
I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for.
Or is he going to come through the
I'll
screen?
leave you
and be
alone
like,
if you want. Don't
he's
worry.
He's going to come through the screen and be like,
okay.
Yes, Aki.
Okay.
It is.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. No pressure.
What do you think, Brian?
For me, it was a really. This is not anything to do with the show proper, but the last time I had played that place, is that the Miramar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was probably 2006, 2005. So that's the first time I had played that place in 15, 16 years. So it was pretty cool to be back and doing it again. Hey!
Oh my gosh, Music Maker with all the gift subs. We're almost on a level 3 Hype Train. Holy crap!
Yeah, I think the last time I played that place was when I was still Ottoman Empire. It wasn't even Luna Mortis yet.
Oh wow!
Or did you grab this for you?
No, I grabbed this for me.
Fuck yeah!
Every time I see this, all I can think of is
That's all I can think of. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my son is also named Bort. This guy knows what's up.
Yes!
This guy knows what's
Look
up.
at this! I love it.
Oh, all right, ladies. Well,
Bort, come on.
First off, hold on. First off, we had a lot of bits in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for the bit donations. A+. Really great. Thank you guys
Duffman never dies. Only the actors who play Duffman.
No, my son is also named Bort.
We got Stinky Sake. We got ball handles.
Stinky Sake is also pretty good.
We got Music Maker with all the gift subs. Thank you guys so much. Jethro says, "What's up, Jethro? Hi, Jethro."
Where did you see that?
What?
Where am I?
Right there. Jethro says hi. Still hoping for that Houston date, Trevor. I'm hoping for that Houston date too. Holy cow. So anyway, sorry. You were talking.
Just in general though, that tour package is fucking bulletproof.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 Kingdoms and Ether Realm and Unleash the Archers. I mean, that's a really, really solid fucking lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And first off, I'm just happy to have been a part of it.
Right.
To have been able to participate. And kind of, we set them up, you knock them down.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And it was a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Kim had that thing on lockdown. We had like 15, 20-minute changeovers and had to switch out drum sets. Well, no, but like we had them both out there and had to switch out mics in the times. It was
Yeah.
It worked. It was working back there.
Yeah,
It's always nice when you're playing on a tour or you're playing on a show with like other bands that are professional.
Right.
You know, like everybody knows what they have to do. Everybody's got their shit together. Nobody's just sitting around going like, I don't know, man. You know, everybody's just boom. They all act professional. I love that.
The main sound guy in Milwaukee was apparently something of a legendary kind of like mainstay of the scene who has been running sound and doing bands there for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And I'm spacing his
He was
name,
so
and I feel
friendly,
like
too.
a jerk now.
Yeah, he was super friendly. He was really nice.
But he did a great job. You know, everything did sound really good. Some, you know, like Alex is hanging out tonight. I believe it was either him or someone else told him it was one of the best live sounds they'd ever heard of us.
Bye, Grant.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
See you, Grant.
My question was, can we talk about gear when you visit?
I'm sure the answer is yes.
Yeah, absolutely fucking not.
Hey, I'm cool if that's the case.
He'll say, "Quit wasting my time."
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
no.
it's-
Yeah, quit wasting my time, kid.
I'll leave him alone if
We
he
can
doesn't
talk
wanna
about anything you want.
Oh, man.
Except for gear.
Geopolitics.
Got him. Got him. That was too good.
Well played. That was amazing.
That was too good. Oh, poor Rocky.
Yeah. Too bad he can't see sarcasm in text.
I think he was joking.
Yeah, so that was Milwaukee. Chicago was even bigger and better. Joliet, I mean. It was not Chicago, it was Joliet. And there was it was a great show, and then
so Aki and I went out to move the van around. We were parked on the street across from the venue, and there was like this alleyway to where we had to load everything up. So we went to move it around. I take a left, and then it's driving weird. I'm like, okay. Aki, look out the window. Is the tire
it's
flat?
chopping up.
And he's like, yep, the tire's flat. So we had a flat. We turn around and go into the alleyway. It's like starting to like kind of rain at this point, like just a little bit. So we get in a park, figure out like where it is, we go find Ty. So me and Ty proceed to we fill the tire up first because we didn't know if it was just like I was against the curb, so I was like maybe the curb pushed the tire off the wall and it just leaked. So we filled the tire back up, got it parked again. And then once we parked it, Ty took a listen to the wheel, and we heard a hissing. So we're like, great, there's actually a hole in it. So we pull back around, sit there. Now it's like downpouring, and it didn't stop the entire time we were outside. It took us probably a good hour and a half to figure out how to properly change the tire, because it's like we have a Toyota Sequoia, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's underneath the car. The spare is underneath the car. And you have to like use this weird crank thing that like lowers the tire somehow. And like we had to find the right tools. And like he has like 3 of everything, but not all the right parts for each thing in the car. And we're like trying to find everything. But me and Ty, like I said, spent like a good hour and a half. Got completely drenched. Came back in and stole like some shirts and hats and. Yeah, it was an experience.
My offer still stands. Like, if you guys ever just want like $100 and want to not carry like any gear for like 3 shows in a row, just say it, because like you guys went above and beyond that night.
I bought you both beers.
Yeah,
exactly. It was all good.
We had to get
They
home.
were domestic.
And what are we gonna do? Just be like, oh, well, that sucks. I guess we're not going anywhere.
Yep. Well, see you guys. I'm living in Joliet now.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that was fun, but at least we like learned some lessons.
Yeah.
And know where the right tools are. That was like a good. We like pulled up this video of how to bring down the wheel.
Oh my god!
And it was this guy from I don't know, like Australia or
no, he was definitely from like
painting your dick
from
staining your dick.
No, he was from the Eastern Bloc, and so like. For those of you who've ever looked at how-to videos on YouTube, right? So Brett and I we've been out for 45 minutes. We're absolutely soaked. There is lightning happening. There's thunder. There's lightning. Our feet are currently in a puddle up to our ankles, and we're trying to figure out how to lower the spare tire, because we seem to have all of the parts except for like one of them that we need. So we're trying to figure out where this part lives in the car. And so he's got his phone out and he's like, okay, how to lower a Sequoia, blah 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 blah. And the video comes up. It's like, hello friends, if you would like to, if this helped you out, please subscribe to the channel and smash that like button.
Put it in H.
So, first of all, I'm going to show you today how to lower your Sequoia spare tire. Now, I bet a lot of you watching this video already know how to do it. Do you? Do you know how? If you do, make sure to leave a comment down below. But I bet you know how to do it already, right? Right, guys? Anyway, if you're still here, then apparently you don't know how to do it. So I'm going to show you how to do it right now after you leave comment and like and smash subscribe, okay? So it was like...
Did you just say making fuck? Berserker.
So Brett and I were at the point of like being fed up where this was like incredibly funny. So like the whole rest of the night we were like, hey Brett, I bet you're very hungry. Do you know how to eat a French fry? I bet you do know how.
Car repairs with Sven and his 9 abs.
Yeah, but
put it in H.
Now I don't want to think of those soggy chicken wings at night.
Oh yeah, the food was so disappointing.
So terrible.
Yeah, I mean, if you were a sauce aficionado, that was okay. They really they just dumped an entire bottle of like wing sauce in our.
If you're a sauce aficionado.
Yeah.
But I think because of that show, we got new tires on the Tridentmobile.
We do. Yep.
Yeah.
We have 5 new tires on the Tridentmobile, thanks to the Patreon, by the way, because
and on the trailer too, right?
And on the trailer, yep. So 7 new tires, we. If it wasn't for the Patreon, we would have... 5 new tires on a Toyota Sequoia, a giant SUV. It cost about $1,000. So that was not a small expense. But thank you guys for supporting us on the Patreon. And hey, if you like what you see on the Patreon, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Do you know what Lords of the Trident's going to do? What kind of key signature are we going to play in? I bet you know. If you do, comment down below.
Fuck the van. Fuck the van.
This van is a lot better than the last van.
Yeah, overall, this van has been very... how to take the hyperdrive off.
Yeah.
Past story out of that.
We did. Okay, real quick tangent, since probably a lot of you haven't heard this story. When we got the Toyota Sequoia, it has a small piece of the engine that basically is a fan that helps to reduce emissions in the first 60 seconds after turning the engine on. And it's only in the Toyota Sequoia so that it can be sold in California. It does nothing after the first 60 seconds of turning the car on. But if that fan starts to break down and it doesn't work correctly, your vehicle will not go over 35 miles an hour. And getting that fan out and replacing it means that you have to replace and take out the entire engine, which is about a $4,000 repair. So
mind if I
they actually create they have an illegal bypass kit that you can buy for $170 that will allow you to
That's curious. I've never seen it before. Sorry, we're listening.
No, it's good.
That will allow you to bypass this fan. And so our fan broke.
No worries.
I didn't know about this bypass yet, and we were about to take the maiden voyage with this new Sequoia to the First Avenue where we were playing in Minneapolis.
Oh God!
Yep.
Yeah, that one. Holy boy! Oh,
and,
holy boy!
And I had left early, and I got up to Minneapolis 5 hours early.
Yeah, very deep.
and the rest of the guys, we're gonna leave afterwards. I get a call when I arrive in Minneapolis from Joe, our old drummer,
because this is pre-Herc.
This is non-Herc era, and he's like, the car won't go over 35.
So we're all in the van, or we're all in this thing, and we pull off. So it's me and Aki and Joe and Brent and Larry.
Yeah.
And we go to get on the belt line, and we get up to 35, and that's it. Mm-hmm. The engine's going, and we're going,
yeah.
And so we immediately, one of us called Ty. We're something's really fucking wrong here.
With our new car.
Yeah.
So
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So Larry saved the day. He hitched it up to his SUV, drove the guys to Minneapolis, and I found out about the thing to fix. So that was the story.
Yeah, we played the side stage of First Ave, which was Prince's Club, and as it turns out, that same night,
these two stories are intertwined.
They're the same thing.
Same story.
So Avenged Sevenfold was in town, because they were playing with Volbeat and Metallica the next night at the new Vikings stadium. And as it turns out, they're like, hey guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play First Avenue for free. So all of a sudden, Avenged Sevenfold is playing the main room for free.
Yep.
And we're playing the 70-person side stage for an $8 admission.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, go see Avenged Sevenfold for free, or see some local schmucks for $5.
Yeah.
Or $8 or whatever. Yeah, it was really not good.
All things considered, though, we
hardships in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we at least knew that the Avenged Sevenfold thing was going down. I had a stack of flyers, and I walked all the way around the building giving them to everyone. And
you and I went and peppered the crowd. We're like, hey, if you don't get in, come on next door.
Yeah. And no one was at least straight up like, fuck you, at least. But there were a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, who just tossed them on the ground as soon as we walked away.
Right.
That being said, I mean, we played with, what are they called? What were they called?
Noble Beast?
That's one. Yeah, they headlined, and we still, we were more or less able to fill up that 65-person room.
We did, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Kat is back in chat. Miss Michi's here. Oh, Tactical Snacking is in the house. What is up? And the cat has left the chat. That was real quick. That taco salad looked real good tonight. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, and then, so Larry graduated from Larry Drunk and Larry to Larry the Steadfast that night.
Please.
For feats of valor and steadfastedness.
Exactly. All right, Ball Handles, thank you for the 69 bits. Crab juice. Oh, we got Cat. We got Michi Treat Time from Pants Queen. Let me see if we can get her. Michi, come here. Come here, Meech.
Not having dinner. I'm feeling the beers.
Come on. She's coming. We're gonna get her. Come on up.
Yeah, it's good beer.
There we go. All right, this one's for Pants Queen. We got Cat in chat.
Sweet, which is actually like
sweet. It's kind of roasted.
Which one is that?
Yeah.
Good girl.
It is the PTR Graham Stout
from Delta.
Oh, yeah,
Do you want to try it?
No, I've had it.
Oh, you just had it.
It's very good. My favorite beer from them is their coffee. Their coffee beer.
Their coffee beer is better than the Grand Stout.
Fucking good,
yeah.
And it's just a nice 5-point-something%, very drinkable. The coffee flavor is wonderful. It's so good.
Trevor, you're right. That was a little bit rough, but it was. I mean, it made for a good story, all in all.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's talk about Boston.
Oh shit!
There's
all of these things.
There's
that happened,
so many things that have happened since we last talked. Everybody. Oh, we got another Michi Treat Time. Michi.
Yeah, and here we are going on about a thing that happened 4 years ago.
More than 4 years ago.
That's crazy to think.
7 years ago. I mean, you've been in the band for 5 years at this point. Yeah. So yeah.
I'm coming. It will be 6 years in the band. No, 7. It'll be 7 years in the band for me.
I never remember
this March or April.
Did I audition in 2017 or 2018? 18.
I think 17. I think 17 going into 18
I
because
started playing in 18. Okay.
Yeah.
I auditioned for the band in
No, because 2018 was Shadows from the Past. You were on that.
Yeah, I think I auditioned in 16.
I think it was 16.
16 into 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I auditioned for the band in winter of 15 and was in by spring of 15. My first gig ever with Lords of Trident was Maybash of 2015.
Yeah, that's right. And Elliot came along.
Yeah. I mean, TLDR, Elliot quits. Elliot goes to India. Elliot comes home. This is Kilius Maximus.
Yeah.
Elliot goes to med school.
Yeah.
Elliot drops out of med school and comes home. And by the time I'm playing the first gig, Elliot is along in the band to be merch guy for my first gig ever with the band. Not awkward at all.
Yeah. It was a little weird.
I'm still super thankful that Ty and the dudes didn't say like, Elliot's back. You can go.
Oh, no, we wouldn't do
but,
that.
I'm still very thankful that I'm still here and that I'm doing this.
Woo!
So
Cheers.
Hey.
Yes,
we're glad to have you.
Hell yeah.
I do appreciate.
yeah, it is coming up 7 years. 7 years.
Wow.
I was actually in the band longer than Elliot was.
Wow.
Yeah, you were.
Whoa.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Wow.
I do
This
appreciate
is the longest
Elliot.
band I've ever been in.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
He commented.
Night, Mary.
He commented on I think Charlatan.
Yeah,
on
he
YouTube.
did, yeah.
And it was just nice to see that. I know he's gone through a rough patch. I think Michelle
Right.
told me he lost his mom. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a real
and
bummer.
That is. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Always difficult.
So,
But
Boston.
yeah.
For
oh, 100 bits for Baron. Oh,
Thank you,
cheers.
Michael Guy.
Michael Guy. Oh my gosh. All right.
So
Boston. Let's talk about Boston.
It was a really good show. I think like it's I feel like it's a sign like Brian, like you and Brett having gone to grad school for music, and I really respect your guys' opinion. Like when you say someone's good, they're good. And I think after seeing the headlining band that brought us in, and you were just like, they're too damn good. Like I agree. Like the singer, the guitarist. What was their name again?
Seven Spires.
Seven Spires. They were so freaking talented.
Yeah, their bass player.
All of them. Oh my god!
I
Like
mean, all of them
everyone
so
that
good.
band was so good.
I believe my exact words were unfairly fucking good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
fairly
Fairly.
They all met at
Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guitarist was the first time live I've ever seen anyone ever use like the Michelangelo Badio technique of picking. And then I think you told me you talked to him and that he had actually studied under him.
I talked to him.
I think. Did he study with Badia?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they were just crazy good. And I think the crowd liked us too. And it was our first time doing our fly rig, so we didn't have like our giant in-ear box, and Brian and I, we didn't bring our amps. We just had like a floor unit.
Well, that's half. I mean, yes, you're right.
Oh, sorry.
You're right, but that's only. We had other difficulties with that.
Yeah, so when, for those of you who are unfamiliar, when you fly into a show, right, in today's day and age, typically when we go on tour, we'll bring our own amps, our own equipment, we'll have our in-ears ready to go, and we'll have all the gear that we're comfortable with. When you fly to a show, when you like fly over to Europe or to Japan or to Boston, you have to pare down what you bring, and typically guitarists will only bring like their guitars, maybe some pedals.
Yeah.
Drummers will have to work with whatever drum set is there. Singers will have to work with whatever vocal mic is there. Typically, we created what's called a fly rig, which is a small enough rig for guitarists and bassists where we can stick it into a backpack essentially.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, Teddy, you were there at the show?
Yeah, Teddy was there. Yeah. No, that was Wizard Security, the old security guard on the stairs.
I thought his name was Scruffy.
No, Wizard Security.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that also involves me. I normally play a Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
But since we have two different tunings, that it requires two guitars, so I even downshift to one guitar with a fixed bridge, which means all the cool whammy bar shit's gone.
Yeah.
But now I can change my tuning and do it all with one guitar. So
this was
that's how it goes sometimes.
We had planned to put together a fly rig for Japan, because we're doing Japan in December, that consists of two fractal FM3s, little guitar amp Sims, but big, and stuff that you can fit into a backpack. And this was kind of our maiden voyage of that. We also had a fly rig earbox that we could basically plug in and still use our in-ears, but they wouldn't be automatically mixed. Our in-ear box usually automatically mixes everything for us.
Yes.
This we would have to rely on a sound guy. It's an engineer dependent system. And the issue that we ran into is I bought every converter known to man. I bought, 1/4 inch to XLR, XLR to this, XLR to that. The only one that I didn't buy was the one that we needed that night. So, lesson learned. It was a good lesson to learn before we went to Japan, for sure. But, thankfully Seven Spires had one of the converters that we needed. And so I was able to have in-ears. The rest of the guys were not what you had.
So Aki and I ended up with stage monitors.
Oh, Bearman! I don't know why it's going
Bearman.
Cheers, Bearman. Thank you.
And I remember not being used. I forgot about getting feedback sometimes.
Yep.
Being close to the monitor.
and I was having that problem too. Yeah, I mean, specifically if I was on my lead channel with the.
With a boost.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say stage-wise for us, it wasn't our most comfortable or best show.
Yeah.
We were very cramped. There's already drum sets up behind us.
Yeah.
So we set a drum set up in front of that. So I was basically in line with these guys. And so it was very cramped. We weren't all playing comfortably. But the energy of the show
was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
I feel like we definitely won that crowd over.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did well given everything that was going on.
Yeah.
There's the general, the fact that you guys had just flown in a few hours earlier, and then the fact that we're all banking on these ears, and all of a sudden no one has ears,
right?
Yeah.
And everything else, and just the first big live show we had really played since Mad with Power. And all of this thing, and being very far from home, and all things of that, it went really well.
It's really a testament to no matter how frustrated or how bad things are going, for you, while you're playing, while you're actually playing, make sure you convey that you are having a fucking blast and you're doing the best that you can, because the crowd is gonna feed off that. They don't know or necessarily even care that shit's going wrong for you, but if they see that you're having a great time and putting out a good sound and good music, they're gonna love it no matter what.
There it is.
You better. That was exactly what I was thinking. But no, that's what separates a road hardened professional band from a non-road hardened professional band.
Right. Yeah.
You could show up, everything's broken, and you still put on a hell of a show.
There's still talk of you guys in Adrian's Patreon.
Oh, jeez. Music Maker.
Shout out to Dovis and his overpreparedness. Dovis is the drummer for Seven Stars. Absolutely. Shout out to Dovis. 100 and 200%. Shout out. Cheers.
I will say, we won over Teddy, and that's all I needed. So if we won over one person, you got Teddy.
You're tearing it up, and the ladies love
and
you
the
too.
ladies.
He burns it up.
They love us.
And the ladies love ya too.
Oh man! Oh, and we won over the Road to Perdition too. So there you go. We got 2 people out of that show. That's all I need. It's hearts and minds, ladies and gentlemen. If we get one person to show, we did it. So,
but yeah, the show was fun, and then
afterwards. Okay, so the short version of this.
We're not going to talk about it, Len.
The short version of this is that afterwards there was a giant blizzard, in Chicago, 9 inches of snow, where we would have driven back. And so they canceled all of their flights on New Year's Day, and so we were trapped for another day.
Not mine.
Well, not Brian. All of us except for Brian were trapped. So we got on a different flight the next day into New Jersey and then back to Chicago.
But we're stuck in New Jersey.
We made it to New Jersey. And then our pilots got delayed in Mexico City. So the rest of us...
That's right. I forgot about this part.
The rest of us slept in a airport chapel in New Jersey overnight where there was a big giant sign that said like please no sleeping. We were like fuck that, whatever, we're sleeping here. And we slept in an airport chapel overnight in New Jersey.
There's an important part before that because these pilots that got delayed. Before that, they loaded us onto the plane.
We literally went on the plane.
We were on the plane.
We had the seatbelts on.
The pilots were like, just so you know, we're like time constrained. It's rough. Like, we got to get going here in like the next 20 minutes. They're still loading up luggage. If they don't do it in time, we can't fly. And we're sitting there on our in our seats in the plane, being like, "Well, fuck! I hope they get that shit loaded." And
they didn't.
They did not.
They did not.
I think the pilots were real with us. They let us know the time constraint. But I think an area we were frustrated on is that they waited to board us when they could have had us all on the plane.
Yeah, they're like, your pilots aren't here yet. We don't want to have you sitting on the plane for however long waiting until they get here. When in reality...
Yeah, it's like, no, load us on the fucking plane. Like, seriously.
Sit there instead of had us sleep there overnight.
So, anyway, we... my thought process was, okay, we're going to be there overnight, right? And we have... On our way there, we had 2 hours buffer. So if we would have had any delays at made the show. Luckily, so a lot of us didn't sleep all that well. We left at 5 a.m. We drove to Chicago. We got on the plane, and luckily there was 0 delays. We were actually early into Boston on the day of the show. We flew in on the day of the show. And my thought process was, okay, we're only going to be there overnight. We're going to come back the next day. Fuck it, I'll park in the expensive lot, in the $42 a day lot at O'Hare in Chicago, because we're gonna be there for like a day and a half. So what am I gonna have to pay? Like $70? Fuck it, we don't, whatever. And we were significantly more than a day and a half in Chicago. The parking, the parking bill was high, was quite significant. It was a lot more significant than I thought it was going to be. So if we wouldn't have been delayed, if we wouldn't have had an extra night in a hotel, plus the exorbitant parking amount, plus the night in the chapel, we probably would have come out even from our trip. We came out a little bit in the red, but that's okay because we got the Patreon. So thank you guys so much for supporting us.
Some more.
So yes. But it was still a great time. I would have done it again in a heartbeat, easily, even with all that. Brent did get COVID from the New Jersey chapel.
Yet somehow none of us did.
Yeah, he blasphemed God. I mean, that's what it was. He walked in and he said. He did the whole Beatles thing. He was like, I think we're bigger than Jesus. And then he got COVID.
I feel like it must have been there because we were all in that one hotel room.
And you had a sip of his seltzer that night too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's my own seltzer. Ty got me a seltzer.
I did. I bought you a seltzer.
Yeah. So I didn't share one.
Like, anyway, we were playing euchre, like,
in
front of each other. Like...
I mean, so Andrea and I drove. We flew out separately. We got there a day early to kind of hang out with Larry and Denise and see some stuff. And we booked our own separate flights home as well, which, through some complete miracle, had no problems.
Yeah.
We left when we meant to. We got home when we meant to. No problem. So, we woke up the morning after the show and figuring that, these guys were already going to be on their way to the airport and on their way out. And we were going to be like, all right, well, we'll fuck around in Boston for a day and see what we can get up to. And the first thing I see is a text from you saying, so our flights are done. So you want to hang out?
Yeah, right.
We did have a nice day.
And we
did.
And it was New Year's Day. And we still managed to, it was raining. So we couldn't do a lot. But so we got coffee and went to a nice little bakery and got some stuff. Some little breakfast. We got our chowder.
Went to Quincy Market. Yep.
Yeah, we walked around Quincy Market for a while.
had a beer at the
oldest tavern in the U.S.
The Bell in Hand.
Yeah. So we had drinks there, and you found funny seltzers.
Yes, yeah.
And
there's something that's legal in Boston that Twitch will ban us if we say what it is, but oh my god, we had some seltzers, man, and we were like, whoa, I can play seventh chords, whoa, man, I'm not even a guitarist, what's going on? It was great.
And Road to Perdition, you totally called it. While we were on Quincy Street, you found a deck of cards, and me and Andrea and Brent and Brett played euchre.
Yeah.
Oh, and before that, though, which is also worth noting, we had a very nice sit-down meal at an Italian restaurant with Jeff, formerly of Adamantis. Yes.
Adamantis, yep.
And that was super cool and a lot of fun and really nice. Mm-hmm. So, yes, it super sucked, obviously, for you guys. The Saturday, at least, was super nice.
It was.
And then your Sunday, I can't attest to, and I won't.
We went to the aquarium, which was...
Oh, yeah. You guys did that. I was not around
great.
for that.
Yeah, we got brunch with Nick.
The car guy.
What was his name?
Nick. I think it was Nick.
Mm-hmm. Nick, I was right. Oh, whew.
Yeah.
Nick,
and we also hung out with.
Everybody's looking at me for names. I'm the worst name person. Why are you looking for me?
Hebe's brother.
Oh, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kyle.
Yeah,
but,
he totally did us a solid and kind of picked us up and gave us rides and got us to the restaurant.
I got some amazing pictures that I put up on Facebook, and I titled them Aki's Day at the Aquarium.
Yes.
And this was just, it was one of my, there's one of my favorite Aki pictures in here of him just like looking at a penguin and the penguin looking at him in this sort of pensive ennui sort of a way. As you do. And I'm going to try to pull it up here. Because it's as the kids say, it's just cute. It's just cute.
As Michelle mainly says.
Yeah, Michelle says
I would do it all again, but Jesus God, that Newark airport experience was so...
That Newark airport experience was not
Fuck that night.
great.
I'm just gonna say it.
Was
Jesus,
not
that was
great.
horrible.
E-Money V10, yo!
What's up? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Aki's Day at the Aquarium. Let's take a peek. Here's Aki just enjoying some fish, first of all. Really, really great. Let me see if I can expand this out here. Yeah, full screen. There it is. So here's Aki enjoying some fish at the aquarium. This is my favorite, one of my favorite Aki pictures. Him just saying hi to the camera right here, and the penguins right over there, just minding their own business.
Like what you do.
Yep. Aki, your mom loves this picture. I will say she,
really?
she mentioned it was great.
Oh, right. Okay. Interesting.
Here's Aki and Brent looking at some coral. Aki, of course, is calculating how long it's going to be until he's back in his bed. He's looking off pensively into the.
That's a real thing when you've been traveling and you just want to fucking go home and you don't go home.
It's just something about
it's a real fucking thing.
Here's Brett and some jellyfish, some big old jellyfish, some jellies. Oh, look at Aki's like, don't take any more pictures of me, But look at Aki fish, it's great. It's really good. Lobster rolls.
Yeah.
That picture. That's a great.
Wow.
That's a great.
I've ever seen.
That's a great picture.
Except for the other one, but
that's a great picture of Brian right there.
Apparently, my mouth does that after all. Indeed.
Yep, yes. It does. There's another one. So here's some more Boston pictures. Anyway, that was. I have some more, but that was Aki's Day at the Aquarium.
.gov.
.gov. Hope you enjoyed it. So that was Boston, and we had a good time in Boston overall. I mean, there was some challenging moments, but overall it was pretty good. So
yeah, overall.
Well, there I am again. Thank you, ball handle.
So that we've
me and my big dumb face.
We've gotten through 3 of the approximate 40 things that have happened over the last 3 months. Let me power through some of these here real quick.
Okay,
so that we can get to the meat, the good stuff.
Now that we've been doing this for 90 minutes already.
I guess there's still Lord's the Trident Aquarium. Oh, by the way, ball handles. If you didn't know. I'm sure you do, but if you didn't know, there is lordsofthetrident.church and lordsofthetrident.sexy are actual addresses that you can go to. So while he is checking out Lords of the Trident.sexy, let me tell you a few things that we've been doing lately. Music videos. We have 8 of them. 7 of them are done. Charlatan is out. Power of Evil is out. We could talk a lot about what we did for Power of Evil and Charlatan. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. You don't know. I want to tell you real quick. I have 2 brand new courses coming out from on Spectre Digital, Glenn Fricker's company. Somebody actually said this morning. Somebody left a comment. You guys should do
go see Glenn
collab
Fricker,
with
yeah.
Glenn Fricker.
Like,
and
funny enough,
hey, I've got 2 courses coming out. The DIY band courses, DIY merch and DIY tour. 2 courses together for $99, and it goes through the entire process of screen printing, branding, building merch cases, or building road cases, DIY touring, the whole shebang. It's going to be available on the Spectre Digital website for $99 for 2 courses. Normally 1 course is $99. I convinced them to do 2 for 1 for $99. So
good night, Pyromaniacal.
Oh, we'll see ya. All right. Okay, that's another big one we got to talk about. Brian and Brett did Rain Stern's last show in Madison.
Oh fuck, that even happened. Yeah,
that happened.
This is all. Oh my
and now
this
man,
I've fucked everything up so many times.
He fucked it up.
I fucked it up.
So
you fucked it up.
It's not really my fault, but anyway.
It's mostly your fault. Yeah. Now I regret going to Lords of the Trident.sexy. We rented a mansion, which is something that not a lot of bands get to say, but we do. We rented a mansion.
It's like tied now.
Thank you, Patreon backers, for the Dance of Control music video shoot, and that was supposed to be on March 27th. So Brett's old bandmate Rain Stern, who has since moved out to LA, created 47 NFTs of her face and then got in deep with some crypto bros. And the crypto bros are like, yo, what's up? I'm going to have an $80,000 birthday party. Will Rain Stern play my birthday party? And she's like, cool. Yeah, Beyonce's going to be there, but only if my old drummer can come out and play. And so Brett was like, hey, can I play this crypto bros birthday party? It's on March 20th. And I'm like, cool, that's fine. We don't have anything going on that night. And then he's like, LOL, just kidding. It's on March 27th. Cancel the mansion shoot. And I'm like, all right, cool. Monkey NFTs are worth this. Let's do it. But, I mean, honestly, if I was in your shoes, too, and, like, somebody was, like, an $80,000 birthday party with like, naked women ice sculptures that,
it's like, like, this, the whole story is just asinine and ridiculous, but yeah,
it's all true. Everything I've said is all true. Yeah. But
I'm not as insensitive as you made me seem a little. But I asked nicely. If you would have said no, I would have had to have been like, well, fuck.
Well, how could I say no to that though? Well, you're like, somebody's throwing an $80,000 birthday party.
The whole story sounds like a foreign language,
right?
Like a crypto bro is throwing an $80,000 birthday party with celebrities. Can I please go, Ty? I'm like. What am I gonna say?
Brett.
What am I gonna say? Like, I'm picturing you like walking in and they present like like Hawaiian leis, but with $100 bills, and there's like somebody like live carving an ice sculpture of a naked woman that like you can do shots out of. You know how they do those ice like slope things.
I mean, when they were first talking, they're like, yeah, fire dancers. Who knows? Like, we're gonna invite like. Post Malone and
he'll be serving hors d'oeuvres,
and it's like, what the fuck?
So I told him. So everybody, if you're not following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, because I told him that if he comes home without a picture of him and Post Malone, or him and the Jonas Brothers, or him and Beyonce, we're gonna have words. He's gonna have to sit in the corner like Brent is doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I ruined everything, but Ty was very nice to let me do it.
So we're renting we've rented a new, we've rented the same mansion on a new day.
We burned the mansion down.
Yeah.
Had them build a new mansion and booked a new date.
Yeah.
It's not an abandoned mansion. Like, it won't be cold in there, right?
No, it's a real mansion with like insulation.
But with
Okay.
ghosts.
I wasn't
Yeah,
sure if this
mostly
was like one of those
insulation.
abandoned ones where it's like, cold
No,
and holes.
so I tried to book the abandoned mansion, and they wouldn't let us book it because they decided that they're gonna like rebrand the abandoned mansion into like a healing space for meditation, and they're like, this doesn't really
for chakra alignment.
Yeah, and they're like, this doesn't really fit our brand. I'm like, okay, I get that. That's cool. But what's up, Red Ninja? Okay, let's start over at the beginning. Okay, so but these guys played with Rainstern on her last show in Madison
At the Barrymore.
You guys have 30 seconds to talk about your experience. Ready, go.
It was super great and super emotional for me just because I've been playing with her for so long. It's hard to see her go, but obviously ought to do better things. And it was great to have Brian along with for that show. He jumped in with like a week or two worth of
pretty much
preparation and knocked it out of the park.
The weekend before I played there, I also did a live stream where I did all my own solo shit.
Yes.
That was really wonderful timing.
Yeah, exactly.
Really great planning.
So,
so I had about a week to learn her 15-song set.
Jeez.
I only had to take one big guitar solo. It was all rhythm stuff, but it was still a lot to learn in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
I got one rehearsal with the band, and then it was showtime.
Yeah.
And overall, it went well.
It
I give myself like a B-.
I was there. I thought it was an A-.
It went over very well.
But no, it was great to do something new. She is so wickedly talented. Like she, there's a little bit of an age gap there, but like her and then Seven Spires are very similar in my eyes because they're both in their 20s and they're both like, the world is fucking yours.
Right.
Like all you have to do is just keep going. Keep, like, for her, for Rain, and for 7-5, just keep doing what you're doing and keep writing. Like, you're gonna fucking win. Like, you're gonna conquer the world. It's
They
so
still
good.
have their ACLs.
They still, yeah.
Meanwhile, we'll shoot for the casino circuit.
Yeah.
And we will shoot for the casino circuit, yeah.
Okay,
but,
no joke, though, like, I would do the casino circuit. Like, I have been a roadie on the casino circuit. The casino circuit fucking rules. I would do the casino circuit all day long.
But, I got to play the Barrymore, which is, to be completely honest, a stage I never thought I'd get to play.
Same. Yeah, like when she found that as a venue, I was like, really, the Barrymore?
Because the Barrymore has national acts in all the time. The last time I was there, I saw Eric Johnson play.
Yeah, we were there.
The time before that, it was Lorena McKennett, which was a wonderful show, like amazing. But they don't really book metal there per se. So it's like, well, that's a really awesome venue in Madison that I will never play. And then through this show, I got to actually perform on that stage. And overall, it went well. It was a great show. And yeah.
Really well.
Cool.
Good stuff. Very cool.
All right, a few... I actually had Halloween Solo Shred. We were talking about that. You did your Halloween Solo Shred session.
Right before that. Yeah, so it was...
It was a spooky old time.
And right before that, we did a fucking band. Did we do our full playthrough?
Yeah, we
for
did.
the Patreon.
Yeah.
So yes, that and I remember telling my buddy Joe, who might still be on. He's probably gone to bed at this point, but at that point I had all of the Offering, my whole video game set, and Rain's set all bouncing around on my head all at the same time.
All right next to each other.
Yeah, that was all right next to each other.
So yeah, I had close to 50 songs all bouncing around in my head all at the same time.
Yeah.
Good stuff. It keeps Alzheimer's and dementia from setting in.
Okay, another couple small things. This summer, I flew out to LA and shot a video with VK Lynn. It was a cover of "It Hurts" from Beth Hart, and that came out. So if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's pretty cool. Here was the...
So, hold that thought. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
What?
At Trapism?
Yes.
Dream Theater and Metallic at the Barrymore once,
Yeah,
yes.
I saw them at Barrymore, too.
I was also at that show, yes.
Well, yeah,
you were also at the show? Aki,
yes.
So
Like
Aki,
the Train of Thought tour? That one? That's the one where Ty and I saw them.
Aki dragged me out. I was not a metal guy at that point, but Aki dragged me out to that show. He's like, oh, you want to come with me to see Dream Theater? And I had no idea who Dream Theater was.
It seems like a small venue for them.
Yes, I was at.
And
that.
it was
I was
awesome.
at. I was at that
so
show.
glad.
Yes.
I was so glad he dragged me out to that.
That must have been Portnoy days still.
It was.
Yeah.
It absolutely was.
Train of Thought tour.
Yeah, and I was at that show, and I don't think I had met you guys yet. Or no, that's not true. I had met you guys, but I wasn't on the lookout for you.
I remember seeing you though. I mean, like you're hard to miss, you know, with the blonde hair. I mean, like, you know, I was like, oh, that guy. Little did I know
from that show you being really impressed by Labrie hitting a certain note and also not using a lot of vibrato with that note and holding it. Yeah.
I was blown away by that show. That was amazing.
That poor guy is so hit and miss. Some nights he's brilliant, and some nights he sounds just like he's dying.
Yeah. I get the same when I watch Dream Theater videos sometimes on YouTube and read the comment section. You hear that all the time where people will be like, oh man, he was actually great in this video, but our time people will be like, man, I saw him, he was horrible. Or,
a lot of people just inherently don't like him. I do like him, and he has some of the most challenging repertoire of anyone out there to sing. And yeah, some nights he nails it, and some nights it
doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, and you know, it is what it is. What can I say?
Yep.
But anyway, sorry, go on.
All right, so another couple small things. So, new wave of nice metal buds. I just wanted to touch on this really quick. A couple of, maybe about a year or 2 years ago, I started this joke of new wave of nice metal buds with Mega Colossus, and it has taken off. There are patches now. There's a streaming team. This is one of those things where it's like, it's an inside joke that has become a life of its own. So I just wanted to thank everybody who has ordered who has ordered a patch or who uses the emotes on Twitch. I guess this is something that the world needed and wanted to express. So thank you all for that. It's great that this thing has sort of become a life of its own. It's wild. It's wild to me that an inside joke has sort of spanned the globe at this point.
So our 9-year Facebook anniversary came up, and I accidentally put an extra H in there because in my mind it was new wave of nice heavy metal buds.
Oh,
but new wave of handsome metal buds is also good.
Oh yeah, handsome metal buds.
That's
handsome metal buds. Somebody said New Hampshire metal buds. New wave of New Hampshire metal buds. But anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the new wave of nice metal buds out there. I actually today we're running low on patches. I ordered.
Oh, handsome Baron.
I ordered 200 patches, and I'm running low on them, and that's saying something. So I ordered 200 more. So we're gonna have patches. I'm gonna send a few to some of our new wave of nice metal buds friends.
There's a Japanese toilet of super friends.
That's right. What? I don't know what that means, but I agree with you.
I don't either, and that makes it great.
It comes from ball handles, so it works.
So anyway, that's happening. Also in Japan, in December we are going to Japan. We have a tour package that is planning to come along with us. My friend Evan, who runs what's the name of his tour company? He runs a tour company that brings people to Japan on like small boutique tours. So like we're talking 10 to 20 people at a time. He's putting a boutique tour together, which is basically follow Lords of the Trident on Japan tour. So you get to like sightsee by day. You get to see the city and all of the culture and all that sort of stuff by day. And then follow us and go see every show by night. So we're gonna have Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Amimachi, Nagoya, a bunch of different cities. So if you're interested in that will only be available to Patreon backers, and that will sell out. There's gonna be like 20 slots. So if you want to go to Japan and you want to hang out with us in Japan and go to metal shows every night, and have a like personalized guided tour of Japan in December, get on the Patreon. and stay on your email when December, probably October hits, because that thing is going to sell out like in an hour. I guarantee it.
There are a bunch of people on it already.
Yeah. So the total cost of the tour is going to hover around $4,000. That includes your plane ticket, that includes accommodations, and that includes some food. So like $4,000 for 10 days in Japan with
That's
accommodations is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
So just FYI, if you haven't been to Japan, the ticket alone, the plane ticket alone to Japan usually is around $1,300. So that's kind of saying something. I would jump on this like crazy if you can. But get on the Patreon at any level to get this deal. And just keep an eye out because it's gonna go fast.
Is Matt gonna come to this?
She can't.
Okay.
She's like the busiest person in the world right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Juggling full-time work, school.
Pack set tours. That's it.
So she's going to be right in the middle of finals, and that's going on.
Andrew will be there, and we will also be being joined. Our good friend Clinton, who we grew up with in our little town of Monroe, who now lives in Seoul, and has lived there for a few years now. He is a sportscaster.
Yeah.
Clinton will be coming up from Seoul and joining us for the whole trip.
That's awesome.
Probably, just like with us.
Yeah.
It'll be great to see him. We were actually supposed to go see him before COVID happened. We were going to do a week in Japan and a few days in Seoul, or maybe the other way around. I forget which. But then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So hopefully COVID will quit happening and we can actually do this.
Part of the reason that Brent is not here, Pontifex Mortis, the old bass guitar. Well, I mean, he's over there in the corner, but if he wasn't digitally in the corner, part of the reason he wasn't here is Heidi and I were actually supposed to be in Japan right now, but because of COVID restrictions, we couldn't actually enter the country. We're pretty confident that by December things will be better and everything will be, back to like semi-normal. But this is a heads up for anybody who wants to come on the tour. Like, start putting away money now. Start saving right now if you want to do it, because like I don't know when we're gonna go back to Japan. So
Chimichong, chimichong.
How am I doing?
How'd Red Ninja do?
Chimichong.
Another inside joke.
Yeah. Inu wa chisai desu. Oh, very cute. Okay. Omae wa mou shinderu. Very good. Very good. Excellent.
What does it mean?
So, Inu wa chisai desu is the dog is small, and omae wa mou shinderu is you are already dead. And then of course Nani is what? Nani? So that's all you need. But by the way, you won't need any Japanese language skills to come on the tour with us. Your tour guide will handle all of that for you.
You are already dead.
I mean, that's a pretty famous line.
I mean, I say that to people at least 3 times a day here on a daily basis.
You are already dead.
All right,
you are already dead. Look at you.
We got 3 more things that we could talk about for quite a while, but I'll just drop them out there so that you guys could speak on them.
We're going on 2 hours.
Because we're going on 2 hours. The Tower Walls music video shoot, right? There's number 1. The sudden album drop. By the way, we have a new album out. If you haven't heard it yet, you should get on the Patreon. $5 will get you the album. And then finally, the live stream wrestling with 7 Kingdoms, the battle for the live stream. Belt happened. So much we could talk about during that. So
Steel
go ahead.
chair shooting.
Go ahead. Pick something. Aki.
Oh, wow. I completely forgot that 7 Spires show, Kingdom, show was
too many 7s.
Too many 7s happened already.
7 Wonders,
the Camder Taker.
Yeah, that was crazy. No, that was a really fun night. You guys had the wrestling personas, and E-Dub was there to be the.
Oh, he did an awesome job.
Yeah.
He was so good that night.
E-Dub was so good.
Announcer.
He's so good.
And neighbor Kevin was the referee.
The referee,
Yep.
Ella
E. Larch.
or E. Well, they did, but only through treachery. So, like, did they really win it? Did they really? And I still think that the cream chugging competition was a dead ass tie. Like, you cannot tell me. You cannot tell
so
me.
Gross.
Good night
You know.
and peace out.
Oh, Michael H. Guy, thank you so much for thank you for the bits.
We're still doing this.
Not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Yeah.
I haven't been drinking at all.
Smelled like a wind to me, Baron.
Yeah. It just seemed, but smelled is good
But it
too.
smelled also like a wind to me.
Smelled like a wind to me.
It smelled like a wind. Oh, can you smell what Fang is cooking?
My God, he whipped him like a government mule.
Yep.
And the Tower Walls video is cool. We played at Liquid, which is like, despite being kind of a little bit of a sketch place with some stabbings and whatnot, it was actually a pretty cool venue. The stage was really nice. Like, it was big, and it had like this wraparound screen in back where you could do anything. Like, you could have cool videos with flames or boobs or whatever you wanted. Like, just wrapped all the way around.
Flamed or boobs or whatever.
Anything you want.
Cool stuff that we like.
Liquid is set up to be like an EDM venue.
Yeah.
Or like for
It
DJs
was,
come.
It was really bizarre looking back and seeing my hands on this gigantic screen.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yep.
Yeah. I made this backing video for the Tower Walls video that went along with everything, and Brian was on it and everything, so that's why we used
and like some lyrics from the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think was Grant's face on there a couple times?
Grant
that was
not.
in Power of Evil.
That was Power of Evil.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But so the story goes that originally we were supposed to film a live version of that for the Madison. Oh, Red Ninja!
Thank you.
Oh, $14. Thank you so much. Oh, this goes towards the symbols, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, originally we were supposed to film a video for These Tower Walls for the Madison Area Music Association, and we were going to do it live. So you were going to hear, it was going to be like the live version of These Tower Walls. And we were all set to do it, and that week, Brett got COVID.
Yeah.
And so we had to cancel. And the Mama's video, like the Mama's award show was a week after that. So we couldn't reschedule it. So we talked to the Liquid people and we're like, hey, could we maybe do the music video shoot even though it's not for the Mamas? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And they said let's do it in December. And we were ready to do it in the middle of December. And then here's the inside scoop. Here's what Facebook won't tell you. Okay, Cobra's not gonna stop her. Here's what Facebook will not tell you. Somebody at okay. Let me get in real close here.
Do I have time to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll be back.
Somebody at Liquid got COVID, and they didn't want us to tell anybody. And so, but this is on live stream. They'll never know. So they asked us not to say anything because there was a big New Year's Eve party coming up, and they didn't want to scare people off. So they said, "Can we reschedule it to January?" And we were like, "Okay, cool, that's fine." So anyway, don't tell anybody that happened, but that's what it was. Yeah. Oh, David Gower, you're gonna fly? Oh my gosh, dude, you should come for the CD release party or Mad with Power. We actually didn't even talk about Mad with Power. That was a big meat of the sandwich thing. But anyway.
Mad with Power is the meat of the sandwich?
That was another thing. I was like, let's talk about Mad with Power, and everybody's like, no, we didn't talk about Acolyte. Oh. Anyway, Mad with Power is happening this year. We released the lineup. There's bands.
Oh, okay, I understand now.
I hope you like the bands that are there. Aki.
Are we gonna play?
Yeah, I remember there were some issues, right? Like we've had a lot of lineup changes and whatnot.
Yeah. Man, this year was the hardest year to put together the lineup. Oh, Japan. Oh, David, yes. Oh, my God. Yes, you should come to Japan, 100%. Oh, yeah. Man, that would be like a hop, skip, and a jump away. Easily. Oh, heck yeah. By the way, I sent out your package with your merch a couple of days ago. So that should hopefully be getting to you, in the next, 5 months. I don't know how long it takes to go to Australia, but, it's coming. So, but yes, Mad with Power, Aether Realm, Psycho Stick, Traveler. Aki, I have some bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
I have some real bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We gotta play double set.
No, I don't know if I even want to tell Aki this on stream, but Aki, your favorite member of Bethlehem quit the band.
Fast Finker?
Tasteful.
Oh, that's right. That's what the name we gave him.
Tasteful.
You said I'm the worst one with names.
Tasteful.
Yeah, tasteful. He left?
Yeah, he just quit the band.
Guy?
He quit the band.
But I feel like he was like, I still really like the band, but he was one of the highlights.
Yeah, yeah. And so they did say they are still gonna play. They're working on a replacement right now. But no Tasteful this year. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God,
to break
I'm so
the
sorry.
news,
Did he get stuck with an Offspring or something?
I don't know, actually. But no, he's no longer in Bethlehem.
Oh my God.
It's very sad.
Aww.
It's very sad.
Oh my God.
Did Delicious leave Bethlehem?
Delicious left Bethlehem.
Is it tasty delicious?
Tasty delicious left
Delicious, Fast Finger, Greasy Finger.
Yeah.
This must be pretty new development.
Yeah, it happened a couple days ago.
Oh my God.
I had the heads up. I had the heads up a couple of weeks in advance, but yeah, I didn't want to break the news.
Hopefully, it's
to you.
on good terms.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll give you the whole scoop off stream, but yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, Mad with Power is happening. I hope you all can come out to it. Mega Colossus is going to be there. I'm really excited, dude. Guys, if you have not heard Mega Colossus's new album,
really
Riptime, holy shit! What an album! Like, that's the shreddiest Mega Colossus I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God. So anyway, Mad with Power is happening. Tower Walls, we shot a music video. That's coming out it's coming out for Patreon backers next week. But it's coming out for regular old folk in 2 weeks. So watch out for that.
Is that the next one after Acolyte?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the next one. We had an album drop. A sudden album drop where a lot of people... I was so thankful that we were able to keep that under wraps. We surprised so many people.
Oh, yeah, with the future of Lords of the Trident.
Yeah, the future of Lords of the Trident.
We gave so many people heart attacks.
Yeah.
Even my mom mentioned that. It's like, I saw the thing that you posted, like, Ty's future is Lords of the Trident. Come see what's like. I was like, what's going to happen? He's going to tell us. Like, they're not breaking apart, are they? Like, oh my God, he got you. He got you.
We got Sean. Good. Okay, good. For those of you who missed it, I came on stream and I was like, Aki's not here and Brent's not here, and I mean, like, there's a reason for that, and I'm gonna get into it. You've all seen the posts on social media. There were no posts.
Suck it, Mom.
suck it, Mom. But anyway, that was
so red faced.
And the microphone, like, trying not to happened.
You got hit with a steel chair.
I got hit with the steel chair.
And it turns out your armor can take it.
Oh, so this is a funny story. I was trying to get Sabrina to come out and hit me with a piece of lumber that would break across my back. And for those of you who don't know, Sabrina is such a sweetheart. She doesn't like to even fake hit people. Like, I told her, I said, I'm wearing armor. You can hit me as hard as you want, and I will be okay. I will not feel it. And I told Cam, I'm like, here, like, smack me with this chair. Like, test it against my back. Like, dream.
The Madison Screwjob.
The Madison Screwjob. Like,
love it.
That
he's just like a one-liner master here.
He is.
That slam with the chair, that was full force. Like, he hit me as hard as he could across the back, and I was still okay. But if you've seen the stream, Sabrina comes out with this tiny stick of a 2x4, and it's like, because she's afraid of like hitting me and hurting me.
And she walks around in hamburger slippers most of the time, so
yeah.
It's like,
but it was very sweet. It was very cute.
To be fair, I mean, I don't want to hit people either.
Well,
and
sure,
and I wouldn't, you know.
I mean,
so I get it. I get where she's coming from.
Yeah. But that was one of the most fun we've ever thrown. I mean, like that.
Yeah.
The amount of production involved was just over the top.
It was a great time.
Yeah. So. Anyway, we've been talking now for almost 2 hours. Florida rematch when? Well, I'll tell you what, ball handles. Which is always going to make these guys laugh.
Yeah.
Walking on burgers.
I'll tell you what, ball handles. Heidi and I are actually going down to Florida to spend a weekend with Cam and Sabrina in June. And when that happens, you will see...
They can hit each other with chairs all weekend long.
Yeah, you will see me on the Seven Kingdoms stream doing squats in the garage. And we'll probably do an arm wrestling match to like take home the live stream championship belt. But for the rest of these guys,
you're very good at that. Like, between you and Cam, that would actually be that's a hell of a match right there.
Yeah, I'm like one of my hidden talents is I'm actually okay at arm wrestling. I'm actually like pretty all right.
Yeah.
So like yeah, I'm excited. Do you guys if you guys have ever seen the band Lord from Australia? I know David's probably familiar with the band Lord from Australia. They have a lead guitarist who's a big old like beefer of a man. You know, he's like 150 pounds of arms. You know, this dude.
I'm 150 pounds. Like
challenged him to an arm fault.
Fault default.
Where did you get your armor? Ren Fair Custom. Road to Perdition. I actually made my armor from scratch. I bought a half a cow on a Black Friday sale, and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I made that armor by hand. So,
yep.
The picture. All right, guys. Well, Aki.
I had two very quick questions.
Yes, question away.
I actually want to ask you guys. It's been a while. What's the last album you guys listened to?
I'll tell you, Baron. I'll tell you what rates. I went on the LimeWires. I went on the Kazas. I went on the WinMXs. I went on the Napsters, and you know what I did, Baron? I downloaded the brand new Seven Kingdoms album called Zenith, and I've got it on my desktop right now, Baron. That's right. Oh yeah, and I've listened to it 5, 6, 12 Dagger. And they shot a music video for that. You should, when it comes out, you should listen to it. But I literally have it on my desktop. So yeah.
Stocky having a face.
We're not either.
That's amazing.
That's the last one that I listened to all the way through. That and the new Wilderun. The new Wilderun is really fucking good.
This has been
really good.
Nice
like
time for me.
Bag. The new Wilderun, like you listen, you a degree. They actually will send you a music degree.
Is it really technical?
Oh my god!
And is that the band you went and you saw recently?
I actually they slept down here in the basement, but we had a band practice, so I completely missed their set. They were opening for
that's the night that you left right after band practice.
Yeah, they were opening for sad band. Angry Sad. What was it? Swallow the Sun. Thank you, Mini Metal. My favorite story about Swallow the Sun is they came out on stage. So I missed Wilderun completely, but they came out on stage, and the lead singer for Swallow the Sun is like, "How's everybody doing? Woo! Is everyone having a good time tonight? Woo! That shit stops right now." Bwah, bwah. Like, they had 2 T-shirt designs that you could pick from. Will you die in agony, or will you die in pain? That's what the shirt said. So, yeah.
I love that.
I haven't really been listening to anything new lately.
It's okay. It doesn't have to be a new thing. I'm just curious, like, what's...
I've been going through... One of my
what's
favorite
in your
bands of all
players?
time has always been Coheed and Cambria. And I've been binging them pretty hard.
Why are they
lately.
called Coke and Cambria?
Yes, Coke and Cambria.
Huh.
Coheed.
Oh, Coheed.
And Cambria.
Okay.
Good old Coke and Cambria.
Coke and Cambria. So yeah, I've been binging them a little bit lately.
What kind of style are they?
They're haircore.
Alternative. They've got like their own weird kind of style. Like sometimes they delve into like
we're doing Cambrian bumps.
A little heavy, but like the singer, he's like a really high pitched range, so he kind of like takes away a lot of the hardness of their music.
Yeah, he kind of sounds like Geddy Lee a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But I'd say it's more alternative rock, hard rock.
It like toe into the metal pool.
Yeah.
But it definitely like lives in like all phrasm front half or back half of the cow. It was like a half of a full flank. So it was both front and back. So, Brian, you're up.
I don't listen to music.
Brian hates music. Brian listens to
He only plays
8-bit
music.
Zelda soundtracks, and that's it. That's all you get.
I have not listened to any new music this year yet. And that's because I've been composing and writing and learning guitar parts and doing a lot of stuff. And then music is bad and also dumb. That about wraps it up. Yeah. But it's a real problem, and I'm not joking now. But it's like if I write all day and practice all day, and then give 8 or 9 or 10 lessons in a day, my brain is toast, and then I don't. The last thing I want to do after all of that is listen to a bunch of music. Silence is the best thing.
You don't want to listen to Eruption after that?
Well, Eruption in particular, listened to for like 30 years now.
Oh no, that's why I thought it was very funny.
It's a weird phenomenon. Like our lives revolve around music, but there's like so many times where I'm not in the mood to listen to anything, and I'm like in my car and it's just quiet. And there's nothing on, and
I put on NPR and listen to them talk.
I was about to say I literally listened to NPR on the drive over to Ty's just now.
you know where that affected me the most was when Rock Band was a thing. You know, when everybody was like bought the whole set and they're like, "Hey man, you want to play some Rock Band?" I'm like, "No." This is what I do all the time. I don't want to do this to relax. Like, no. This is what I've devoted my life to. Do you want to play some Rock Band? No. No, I don't. Like
I guess that being said, I've been exploring Django Reinhardt lately. So I've been listening to a lot of his stuff and trying to decipher that, because that's so completely different in every way.
I feel like with a name like that, it'd have to be off the wall style music.
It's gypsy jazz from the 1930s and 40s.
Oh wow!
And it's incredible. Huh. It's so cool and incredibly difficult to play, and I can kind of understand it, but then I try to play it and it all falls apart. It doesn't work at all.
It's a totally different technique of learning. Like,
yes.
I was watching like some drumming videos today of like this amazing jazz drummer, and I'm just like, I can't do that.
Right.
And it's like just like the small muscle movements and shit. It's like you refine that kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, totally understand. It's something you have to practice, and you can't spend all your time practicing and perfecting one style, and then expect to be like, oh, I know what that is. I can do it. And no, if you don't practice it, you're not gonna get it.
So Django Reinhardt, and then when I'm not doing that, I'm been learning Rick Graham licks, and that's all I've been listening to. Everything else has been me living in a little vacuum, write and create and do stuff.
He's so crazy good.
Yep.
like how relaxed his movements always seem.
So Django Reinhardt, Rick Graham, and fuck everyone else. I kid, but no, I don't have an album I've listened to lately. I just don't. Sorry, I'm in a little bubble right now that is trying to figure out my own stuff. Dragon Force in March.
Yeah, we're Brian is opening for not opening for drink. I've drank too much. Brian is playing.
Have we got to that yet?
We haven't. No.
Brian, are we gonna have another one of these before then? We might not.
Brian's playing with Dragon Force on the 24th of March in
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
The good land.
And he's going to, we know we've seen a lot of other bands post about like, Dragon Force asked me to play. You know what? Those other bands can pack up and go home because we got this guy, and he's gonna just take you all to town, to task. So, if there's as you know, music is a competition, and we're gonna win it, baby. We got the trump card right here. Boom, there it is. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, suck it, Mind Maze. Suck it, Jason Ashcraft. Suck it, Master Sword.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Jeff Taft.
Yeah. It's going to be...
John Yelland.
Yeah, yeah, right. That face is what you're going to see.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
God damn it.
Aki, what have you been listening to lately?
You hopefully have a more satisfying answer than me.
Yeah, I think kind of it's something that's gone through my head a lot of times is like I think oftentimes sometimes I'll ask I'll notice when I visit my parents what they listen to.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting because at least like with them I feel like they're very much locked into like listening to the stuff that was like popular in like their 20s or whatnot, and so like I feel like my mom is like listening to like a lot of like I don't know 60s 70s stuff or whatnot, and I think for me I think like I love a lot of new stuff, but I keep gravitating to like the early 2000s because I think like that was the time I was in my early to mid 20s or whatnot, and I definitely come back to a lot of this stuff. So I recently kind of was listening to All Shall Perish. And they're definitely known for Awaken to Dreamers, but I listened to their last album before they broke up, called This Is the End. Really, really good. I can't even pronounce it, but I got this European lead guitarist for that album, and the solos are just like insane, but the riffage is awesome too. And then I was listening to Omnium Gatherum, and I'm really excited. They're coming to Madison, playing at the Crucible. On the 24th.
This month?
Of March.
Next month.
And so I'm really
24th of this month
excited to see them.
So 24th of March is the same night I'll be in Dragon Force.
No. They're playing on the 22nd.
Oh, it's the 22nd because it's a Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So 22nd, we're all going on Omnium Gatherum. 24th, we're going to see Brian play, with
sorry about that. Yeah.
With Alagaga.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry about that.
Well, they're letting two of us in.
And I'm really excited.
I feel like the band could probably, if you guys wanted to come, could probably foot the bill for that one.
Oh yeah. If you guys want to come, we'll buy tickets for you.
Okay. It's really exciting because, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there, by the way.
No.
How dare you?
Continue.
But Ty, Paramedic Joe, and I went, and Paramedic Joe is our old drummer. We're still friends with him, and we went to see Omnium Gatherum and Sonata Arctica at the Rave, and I'm still very disappointed. Like, Ty, Joe, and I got there, like, decently on time, like, relatively, like, yeah, we thought we arrived there early enough, and we get there as Omnium Gatherum's playing their very last song, and I'm so bummed out, because it sounded super sick, like, they sounded great live. And so finally I feel like this is the chance to see them play a full set.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited. Like, yeah, it's an awesome lineup, and we've played the Crucible before, and it's a pretty good venue. It's pretty big, but I think too, like, it's not so big that like we won't be able to get a nice like intimate spot where we're near the band
absolutely,
and whatnot.
Absolutely. Yeah. We might even be able to like buy them a drink after the show.
Yeah, I'm super excited. To this day, we have a picture of us with the guitars from Omnium Gatherum.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's going to be a super sick metal show. Like the show's sponsored by Jackson Guitars and EVH. It's like it's gonna be a fucking sick night.
You guys should bug me about that.
We've bugged you about that already, but yeah.
Can you bug me again?
Yeah, Brent said, "Hey Brian, you should come to this because it's my birthday party and all the rest of the guys are going. And if you don't go, then it's basically like you hate me."
I'm buying Brent's tickets. It's his birthday. Yeah.
So,
I guess it helps when you read your emails, right?
Oh no, it's all right.
All right.
We'll send it to you.
Well, guys, it's getting late here. I'd like to thank everybody who's donated to the Help Master Herc Get His Cymbals Unsmash Fund. I'd like to thank everybody who's on the Patreon. I want to thank our sponsors, SKB Cases, Scorpion Percussion, Boss Meadery, and especially you guys. There's Aki with hair.
That makes me back.
Redeem Delirium.
Delirium.
That's funny. Like a random song came on my iTunes the other day. It was like one of the old songs. Chains on Fire of like and
Followers of Set.
I had no idea what it was.
It's like who is this?
Like, this is Ty. Like, what is this?
I still really like Robots Revenge.
I think it was Beast of Beauty or something.
No, Beauty of the Blade.
Yeah, Beauty of the Blade.
Beauty of the Beast of the Blade.
And we played
Wolfie Metal Beast of the Blade.
I was like, what is this? This is Ty.
We played Robots Revenge a couple years ago at Bluefish Greenfish in St. Louis.
Redfish, Bluefish, Greenfish, Bluefish.
Oh, sorry, Redfish, Bluefish.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much.
Look at that angry emoji.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Oh!
But thank you guys for hanging and for chatting and for donating. We will see you. Well, I will see you. Point, yes. I will see you on Friday for the singing stream. I might now that we have all of the offering instrumentals, we'll be doing some opera and some metal and some additional stuff. We're actually working on putting together a full band live stream that we're putting together for the I Voted Festival, but Patreon backers will have access to, a whole hour of live stream or hour plus, however we want to do. Grant's coming, CD release on April 1st, CD release on April 1st, CD release party with Grant on April 2nd. I'm going to be releasing tickets for that in the next couple days. Watch your email. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing, fantastic night. And the last word, of course, goes to the person that you all voted on the Discord, voted on the Patreon to be the number one spokesperson of the TRIDENTcast. The person you said, we want to hear the last word of the TRIDENTcast from this person and this person only. And if we do not hear the last word from this person, we are unsubscribing. We're deleting. We're going to format our hard drives. We're going to start afresh with Windows 11. And we're going to just say that we've never heard of Lords of the Trident. Somebody's going to say Lords of the Trident.
Windows
we're going to say who. If you don't
Windows
give
98.
this person the last word of the TRIDENTcast, we're going to just format things to Windows 11, and we're going to say who when you say Lords of the Trident. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend.
I said not it, and I did that.
Baron Torian Halishar, last word.
Oh, I'm mad, Baron. Oh, I'm mad. Ah!
Good night.
Ah!